And now, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only...
And hi, my name is Kate Tully, and I am an associate professor of agroecology at the University of Maryland, and I am also one of the founders of Farm the District. So I fell in love with urban farming a long time ago because my dad is a big gardener, and when I moved to the city I knew I wanted to work with urban farms. And I sort of had this vision for changing the way that we do urban farming or community gardens, from individual beds, my kale plant, your tomato plant, to growing things as a community. So growing in larger beds and growing larger quantities of food. And over the years, we built up this huge community energy around farming that way. And then in 2021, with my wonderful partner Chris Wingate and our wonderful friend Riley Sloan, we started Farm the District. The mission of Farm the District is to grow food and community in our urban spaces. And the thought is that if we have a lot of energy around growing food collaboratively, we can grow enough food to feed our volunteers, but also feed a lot of the people who live in our surrounding environment. And in addition, we have a lot of issues with micronutrient deficiencies, vitamins and minerals in our urban environments. This is often known as food apartheids, and we are trying to address that through growing a lot of high nutrient dense food and then donating it to different food banks in the local area. We plant all of our plants from seed, and we grow them in the University of Maryland greenhouse. And so they are there right now, getting nice and big and strong. And so we plant them in February, and then in March we start to prepare our beds, and then in April we plant because of the zone that we're in here in Washington, D.C. And so right now we are burning our cover crops. That's what all that lovely smoke is behind us. And so what we've done is in the fall we planted cover crops which can take the nutrients that are left behind after the harvest, and it sucks that up into their biomass and holds it on so we don't lose it during the winter. And now we are killing them by fire and we're burning them down, and then we're using the residues as mulch to help protect against weeds and pests and to keep water in the soil. It's really been a blend of my love for agriculture and the fact that I'm actually a scientist and a research scientist, and I've gotten to blend that with my love of community building. And so I've always worked on the small scale. So even I worked in Kenya, Tanzania, Costa Rica before I came and did all of my research in the United States, and my deepest passion is working with individual farmers and individual growers. And so it's been a true joy blending all of that research element, communication, also with the science of growing food. Today we're located at the wonderful Temperance Alley. This is a lot that's actually slated for development at the end of this year. And we've been really lucky to work with Temperance Alley and the U Street Neighborhood Association for the last couple of years in order to make this space this really bright, vibrant community.
I'm Aaron Lewis. I'm the current president of the U Street Neighborhood Association, and I helped spin up this project back in the fall of 2020. So the plan is to turn this into 15 townhouses squeezed in back here. And the developer helped us build the garden by giving us the funds to create it, and they'll also be the ones who are tearing it down. So it's an interesting relationship there, them being both supporters and the destroyers of the space.
In the past, we were able to work at a place where we had like permanent residents. A lot of our urban spaces are moving in and out of development and states of abandonment. And so it's really important to think about the locations of these green spaces and not be afraid to take hold of lands that may only be able to be farmed for a couple of years.